We've had a number of members come by today and talk about priorities. You're just getting started back here in the new year, but I have to start with a little politics with the tragic passing of Congressman LaMalfa and the retirement of and resignation of Marjorie Taylor Greene and some other issues. The margin for error in the Republican conference right now is zero, really. So in terms of governing and Republican unity right now, where do we stand at the dawn of 2026?
We stand in good position. We're very bullish about this. We met with the House Republicans this morning in our regular scheduled weekly conference, and we talked about the stark reality of that. Losing Doug LaMalfa was a huge hit for all of us because he was just a genuinely good man, a great Christian guy. We pray for his family, his wife, his 4 children. But we got to soldier on, and we got to do it with literally the smallest imaginable margin. It'll be a literal 1-vote margin throughout the entirety of 2026, even when a few of the 3 seats that are shuffling around now get filled or moved. That's our margin. So almost unanimity is what we have to do. Thomas Massie is apt to vote no a lot of times, so really it is zero. So what does that mean for us? Well, we got to keep moving the agenda forward. We have to do it together as a unit. And I told everybody yesterday at our little gathering, our policy forum that we did over at the Trump Kennedy Center, that now is the time for you to dig in, protect your colleagues, defend our agenda, and move it forward. And I think if we stick together, there's nothing we cannot accomplish. We're going to do that.
So we have no margin for error here. You have at least one member of the conference who's being a little recalcitrant right now, Massie from Kentucky. But the American people still have expectations and priorities. We have affordability issues to deal with, housing, health care, and other things. What's the vehicle? What is your outlook on how things can get done given your limitations with the majority and obviously massive amounts of Democratic obstruction in both chambers?
Yeah, the tough part for us is getting things through the Senate because you need 60 votes, as we know, and they've only got 53 Republicans there, and it's hard to get all those cats herded in the same direction as well. Leader Thune has a big task ahead of him. But I can only control the controllables, so what we do in the House is everything we can to move this agenda. I know Chairman Pfluger here, who replaced me as RSC chair a couple of terms later, is doing a great job, and he's very bullish, as I am, on a second reconciliation package. As you know, that's the only way to get around the necessary threshold of 60 votes in the Senate. So we're working right now very methodically, carefully to determine what of our priorities we can squeeze into a second reconciliation bill with the idea we'd move that early in the year. And then in addition to that, we've got to codify more and more of what the President has done on the executive branch side. There's 70 executive orders we have now codified and gotten over there. But we have much more to do. Among them, the components of H.R. 2, which is our, the border security measures. We solved that problem. The President did exactly what he said he was going to do. But we need to put that in statute so the next Democrat president, whenever that happens, heaven forbid, can't just unwind it and undo it. So there's a lot of things on the table. A lot of it has to do with affordability is a new buzzword. We were calling it cost of living. It's all the same. We've got to bring that down. Our policies that we've already implemented will begin to have that effect in the first and second quarter, but there's always more to do on that. Healthcare is one of those things. A lot of these priorities, and of course finishing appropriations, because we finally got Congress working again, back closer and closer to the regular order of things, and we're very happy about those achievements. Look, all boats are going to be rising in 2026. As Scott Bessent said so well, the Treasury Secretary the other day, he said, you know what, 2025 was just the setup. The banquet and the feast comes in 2026. It's going to be an extraordinary year. We're counting on that.
I want to shift gears to Venezuela quickly. You've been in briefings with the administration. We've arrested Maduro. I've noticed all the people that were carrying Free Palestine signs are now carrying Free Maduro signs, and the Democrats have adopted yet another strange constituent. Are you satisfied with the administration's briefings, what you're hearing about this law enforcement operation to bring Maduro to justice in the United States?
Yeah, absolutely, and I've spoken extensively on it the last couple of days because I attended the Gang of 8 briefing day before yesterday, I think it was, and then just a few hours ago, as you know, we had the briefing with all members of the House. The Senate got the same briefing. I think we almost had a literal full house in the Congressional Auditorium today, Republicans and Democrats. And I'll tell you what, when they explain the details, particularly General Kane, who's the commander of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, this is the chair of that, when he talked about the precision of the U.S. military, how we did this so effectively in such a short period of time, we had no casualties, we bring into justice now one of the most hardened, dangerous criminals in the world, it was a standing ovation moment. Even the Democrats, Scott, had to stand up and applaud that because our men and women who wear the uniform and the leaders of the Pentagon and SecWar, Hegseth, they're doing an extraordinary job.
It's amazing. Maduro is the only illegal Venezuelan the Democrats don't want in the United States right now. It's crazy.
Fair point.
That voice you've been hearing is the 56th Speaker of the House. We call you Magic Mike when you're not here. We'll call you Magic Mike while you are here.
I
Because
prefer Miracle. Magic Mike is assigned to some sort of pornography thing or something I've heard.
Are you sure you don't want it?
I don't want
Okay.
that one. No.
Mike Johnson, the speaker. Thanks for stopping by.